Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we're going to learn how to draft this underbust corset. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get right into it. So I've gone ahead to roll out the lines. This is the bust point, the underbust, the waistline, and the full length of our underbust corset. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by just carving out our armhole area here. So I've gone ahead to do that, and as you can see, our paper is on fold, our pattern paper is on fold, so we're cutting the full scale together. I hope you understand. So I'm marking out my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, and for me that is 4 inches, and I'm just marking that across, and now I'm just ruling a straight line all the way down to create that leg. Next, I'm just extending the line all the way up. We're just going to basically draft our basic bustier pattern at this point here. That is why I'm just doing this way. Next, after doing that, we're going to go to the underbust area and we're going to mark 1/2 inch on the inner part and then 1 inch on the outer part. This is going to differ depending on the size of the person you're working on. So now I'm marking 1 inch on this part here, and I'm also doing the same thing here. Next, I'm going to use my ruler to just curve this bust area. From the bust point area, I'm going to curve it down to the underbust area, and then I'm going to rule this line from that point all the way down. I'm also going to repeat the same process on the opposite side. I'm curving this from the underbust area all the way up, and then we're going to rule a straight line down. Now I'm going to go ahead to start imputing my body measurement divided by 4. I'm adding the bust measurement divided by 4, the waist measurement divided by 4, and after marking your waist measurement divided by 4, you want to go ahead to return the dart you took at that part so your measurement is correct and corresponding. So I'm going to return the dart I took, and I'm just marking that out now. Now we're going down to this point here and we're going to mark our hip measurement divided by 4, and then we're going to add the dart we took out at that point. For this particular underbust corset, you want to make sure it is a bit longer than your usual blouse length to just achieve that effect that we have there. Now on the waistline area, I'm cinching my waist. I'm taking out 1/2 inch, meaning we're taking out 1 inch on the front and then 1 inch at the back. So I've gone ahead to take out 1/2 inch from my total waist measurement to cinch my waist. You can go ahead to do 1 if you would be comfortable with it, but I'm fine with 1/2 inch, and that is why I went ahead to take out 1/2 inch. Now we want to move on to rule our body measurements. We're going to go ahead to rule everything to meet each other. So I'm curving this all the way from the top down to the waistline area, and then from the waistline we're going to curve this all the way down. You also want to go ahead to curve this part here just to eliminate any hash lines you might have, and this is what we have. Now I'm going to go ahead to come up on this point here. I'm going to come up by 1 inch, and then I'm going to curve it back into our body measurements, back into our blouse. So I'm going to go ahead to curve this now. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead to just open this up and then distribute the measurements to the other side as well, so we can start working on our pattern. So we've gone ahead to distribute the body measurements to the other side, and we opened this up as you can see. Now we want to go ahead to create that pointy shape we have on this side here, and to do that I'm going to come up from my bust point line. I'm coming up by 3 inches. you can do 2 inches, because if you take a good look at the picture we're trying to recreate, that pointy shape is not passing the bust area. So you want to go ahead to use 2 inches or 3 inches. So for me, I went ahead to mark 3 inches at this point here. Next, what we want to do is on the armhole area, we're going to come down from that point by 1 inch. So I've gone ahead to mark that, and then for the opposite side as well, we are also going to come down from our armhole by 1 inch, as you see me doing right now. Now we want to go ahead to create that shape. I'm going to go ahead to take my curved ruler, and I'm just placing this on this point here. So from that mark we made here, we're going to curve this all the way to that 1 inch we came down by. So I'm just curving this all the way. So this is what we have now. Now we want to go ahead to curve this from this point here all the way to the other side, because the other side is going under the bust. You want to go ahead to follow that shape. If you're going to find this hard to do, you want to create broken lines first and then just mash it up together to make it perfect. So I'm just basically curving this now from that top part all the way to the underbust line. So far this is what we have. Now we want to go ahead to curve this part here down to the underbust area here. So to do that, we're going to go ahead to bring in the curve ruler again, and we're going to place this from the underbust area, and we're just going to curve this to meet each other. So you can see what we're doing right here. So far this is what we have. Now we want to go ahead to create that asymmetrical shape we have at the bottom part. So the basque shape is sort of like this asymmetrical design. So we want to go ahead to create that at the bottom. So we want to go ahead to mark that on this part here. So I'm going to go ahead to place my tape, and I'm coming up by 2 inches. You can do 2.5 inch, but I'm just coming up by 2 inches on this point here. We want to go ahead to connect that back into this part here, but to do that we need to close our dart. So we want to go ahead now to close up our dart so we can curve that part in. Now from that 2 inches we came up by, we want to go ahead to curve this all the way down. So we've gone ahead to curve that part down, as you can see, and that is why you need to close your dart before you go ahead to curve this, because if you had done it this way, your measurements would not be correct. So you want to make sure you're closing your dart before you go ahead to rule anything. So now we want to go ahead now to create our side dart, because I forgot to add that. I did not add the side dart while drafting this. So I'm going to go ahead now to add the side dart. And the side dart is basically the difference between your shoulder to waist for the front and the shoulder to waist for the back. For me, the difference I'm working with is 1 inch. So I'm just going to mark 1 inch from my bust point line. I'm coming down by 1 inch, and I'm marking that on both sides. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch on this part here as well, and we're just going to curve this to our nipple to nipple line area to create our side dart. So this is what we have. I'm just cancelling this out so you know this is the side dart. We want to go ahead to close up the side dart now, and to do this we want to go ahead to just cut this on this point to be able to close the side dart better. So after closing up this side dart, you can see that we're going ahead to transfer the dart down to this point here. I have a detailed tutorial on pattern drafting. I'll have it linked up here if you're having any trouble drafting patterns like this. So now I'm just tracing out this edge here just to make sure everything is equal and correct. I'm going to go ahead now to just tape this down, and then we're also going to close up the opposite side as well. So after closing up the side dart for this point here, I'm just confirming the measurements there, and then we're going to retrace this part just to make sure everything is aligning properly. So I'm just covering this from that 1 inch we came down by. We're just retracing this back to our underbust area, and this is what we have. So we've gone ahead to make all the corrections and adjustments. We are going to go ahead now to cut everything out. So these are the front pieces. We're going to set this aside now and work on our back piece as well. So for the back, this is what we have. We have our basic back pattern drafted out already. Now what we want to do is from this point, we're going to come down from that point by 1 inch and mark it out the same way we did for the front. Now we want to go ahead to roll this out. So we're going to roll this straight up, and that is it. Now after doing so, we want to go ahead to work on this part of our bodies. So we're going to go ahead to just mark out the closure area. So I'm taking out 1.75 at the top part here, and I'm marking that out for the loops at the back. And then for the bottom part, I'm just taking out 1.5 inches. Don't forget, you're also going to take out half of an inch from your waist measurement at the back as well, the same way we did for the front. So now I'm just going to roll this out the way you see me doing right now. So we've taken out that part, and then this part here is going to serve as our looping area. So you can see that I'm just demonstrating to show you the placement at the back. So we're done drafting the back piece, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead now to cut it out. After cutting this out, we're going to go ahead to open this up before cutting out our dart. So now we've gone ahead to open this up. So this is what we have. we want to go ahead now to just curve out the bottom part the way we did for the front, so the front and the back aligns properly. So we're going to go ahead to take out 2 inches the same way we did for the front. So I'm going to place my tape now on this bottom part, and I'm going to go up by 2 inches the same way we did for the front. So I'm marking that out now, and I'm going to use my curve ruler to just curve this all the way back to the bottom the same way we have it at the front. Now after cutting this out, this is what we have. This is the shape that we want to have at the end of the day. Now I'm going to place the patterns together. I'm just going to cut out the dart for both of them. So these are all the pattern pieces for the back. As you can see, I'm just going to align them properly so you see them better, and then I'm going to go ahead now to just label all my back pieces. You want to make sure you label this in a way that you understand, because you can see that the opposite one here, our CB1 and CB2, has a different shape from our CB3 and CB4. So you want to go ahead to label this in a way you understand, so you do not get confused while you're sewing them. So guys, because this is a drafting video, I just went ahead to tape this down just to give you sort of like an idea of what it would look like when it is sewn. So this is what we have. We've come to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed watching and you found this video helpful in any way, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.